Go.
So, we're having issues with the belt drive system. Since this came from an unknown, like we literally have no idea where this bracket system came from. We don't know what the belt routing is. We don't know anything. We found only one configuration that will work, and that's with the belt going from the tensioner directly to the water pump to the alternator. The idler was there, but then it would go like this. So this was the configuration we found that would kind of work, but the problem is we're going to be eating belts because the belt needs to encircle the crank at least 1/2 to 3/4 to get proper grip. So if I have it like this, since I'm going to be bouncing this thing off the limiter pretty much all day, we want the belt to grip the whole time. Otherwise, it's not going to spin the water pump fast enough. It's not going to spin the alternator fast enough. It's going to slip. It's going to tear the belts up. So what we're going to do is, yeah, so it was like that. I think what we're going to do is we are going to get a longer bolt for the tensioner. We tried to use this one. It wasn't originally supposed to go through this, but if we got a longer bolt, we could relocate the tensioner here, and then we could fully encircle the crank, go to the power steering around the alternator, and our configuration would work just fine.
You mean the idler or the tensioner?
So it would go like this.
No, but you're calling that the tensioner, and it's the idler pulley, isn't it?
Yeah, this right here is the idler. So basically, it would change our configuration to this right here.
Obviously, we need a shorter belt.
So, well, you know what, Chris? That doesn't really do a whole lot more for us.
That
now
doesn't do.
Now that I'm looking at it, I mean, it helps it stay tight. It's like an inch more, but I don't know if that's worth it.
What that picture you were looking at? How does it go in that picture?
Just like this. This is the configuration in the picture. So, yeah, look.
No, it goes back up.
No, it doesn't. Look. It's the exact same configuration.
Well, clearly that worked.
We don't know that. We could have had problems with it. There are so many different
I
configurations.
mean, our pulley is like good and rusty, and probably will have decent grip.
Yeah, but it'll clean itself after we drive it for just a little bit.
Maybe.
And we're also missing the AC compressor, so that's probably throwing us off.
No, the AC compressor is run off this. It's its own belt.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so my brain is a potato right now because I've been in and out of the auto parts store about 137 times today, getting different things for this. But progress report, analysis, status, update. Look at things. Things have been done. Things are happening. So I doubt this information is going to be applicable to anybody, but in case it is, I'm going to give it to you. This is a cheap eBay replica of the Dingo something alternator and power steering relocation brackets for LS with truck accessories. If you have this, you need to run the truck idler pulley, truck everything. So everything here is from a truck, and you need to use
Truck, yeah.
Truck, yeah, it is, man. And you need to use a 79-inch on the dot serpentine belt, and then you'll be in business. And this took us way longer than it should have to figure out.
What do we think the torque is for crank?
Click, 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 stop.
Well, I was going to actually use a torque wrench.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Internet is the torque spec. Oh, you're turning things. Engine. Oh, dude, you're testing our serpentine. Keep doing that. It looks sexy.
Okay.
So this is how we're gonna test the serpentine belt today. Oh yeah. Oh, everything's spinning. It's doing good things. Okay. So, in conclusion, truck all accessories, Dingo alternator power steering relocation brackets. Part number, if you are doing this, is going to be right here. Part number. You need to use these brackets because if you have truck accessories, they don't fit with the sticky oil pan. So if you're using sticky kit, relocate stuff, that's what you got to do. And we had to use this belt. We could have made the stock truck belt work, but you would have had to use the stock truck manifold because the belt would have gone directly across here and impeded the throttle body. So we didn't want to do that. This is a little less crank encirclement than I usually like, but everybody seems to think it's going to be okay. So I'm just going to send it, and if it doesn't work, we'll figure it out later. But yeah, whole entire serpentine belt system is done. Intake is on. All the coil packs are on. Everything's on. The only thing we really need to do is get the trans on. Chris is torquing the flywheel on right now to some unknown torque spec.
Definitely unknown as fuck.
Whatever. It doesn't matter. As long as it's tight. Fucking YOLO.
Just use an impact.
And then I'm going to show you my...
torque wrench, now I'm going to impact them.
Yes. And then I'm going to use my fancy lines that I bought to put the remote bleeder and clutch line shenane on there. And we should be in business. I think we're actually ready to slam this motor in finally. I've said that like 900 times at this point, but I think it's actually going to happen. So, yeah. It was interesting doing LS things. It was interesting doing LS things, and we learned a lot. It's actually pretty easy. Like, the LS stuff is easy. I just didn't know anything. I didn't feel like looking it up, so I just started slapping parts on and then buying more and then returning them, and then buying more and returning them. It's a very inefficient way to do things. So instead, like, watch our video and see what works and just do that. But yeah, so now we're gonna put the transmission on. Somebody's doing donuts in our yard. There goes Mike. Transmission's going on, subframe's going on, and then we're gonna slap this bad mamma jamma in, and then from there, differential, drive shaft, steering shaft, yada yada. You'll see. So, ready, break.
And some things that are going on in our life. Today's a Thursday. We have kickball tonight, Will and I.
Kickball, kicking balls.
And then Mike will be here tomorrow night. So
Mike? You mean Matt?
that other guy with name starts with an
Matt
M.
Peck.
Yeah, Matt Peck. Ooh,
Matt Peck.
good memory. Yeah, Matt Peck. Thank you. You're freaking awesome, dude. You were really hooking this up and coming through in a clutch way. So
Clutch way as we put the clutch on.
puns,
Dad jokes. I'm a dad.
daddy puns. Anyway, that got awkward. Yeah, Matt Peck's the man. He's going to be helping us out. He's getting rid of VATs for us. He built a harness for us. He's doing all this cool stuff. And in the very near future, we're going to have a video on, it's going to be a buyer's guide for LS motors. It's going to be how to wire stuff, different ways to install things, brackets. It's basically going to be an all-encompassing DIY LS swap guide. So look forward to that. If you guys are looking to do LS stuff, it's going to lay everything out for you. He's been videotaping things. He's been documenting part numbers. He's been doing all this really cool stuff so that him and I and Chris can collaborate and make a really cool video to help all you guys out. So yeah, near future. That is right. What is this, like a fucking oil pan bolt or something? Are you, oh, hi there. I didn't see you because I was looking through the old Murdoch bolt organization system here. Okay, let's compare. This one seems heavier, yeah? Or is my right arm weaker? Both. Could be both. Oh wait, what's that? It's another one of those ones that we found, right?
That one?
Yeah, there we go. We got two matching bitches.
Two short boys.
Alright, so here's what we're doing right now.
Seems super scientific.
Homemade clutch alignment tool. Bolt's not designed to be in a pressure plate, but still like grade 10 plus. Should be good. We were missing one, so instead of replacing just one, we're going to replace two on opposite sides so it's balanced. Because science.
Symmetry.
And symmetry.
Balance.
Also technology.
Round. Spins
Also
like the world.
Internet. Revolutions.
Metaphors.
Physics, metaphors. Space. Time
The
continuum.
final frontier.
Albert Einstein. Alcatraz.
Wrap it up.
Okay. Anyway, so...
Alcatraz.
Yes. Now we're going to do things.
Oh, you go for it.
You're good, man. Where's alignment pen? There we go.
Ooh, no, that's the not one.
Honestly, it doesn't really matter because this has been dropped anyway, so it's a miracle if it works anyway.
Don't say that, man. Don't you put that bad juju on me.
Is there one like...
I mean, we know it fits. Ow, fucking
It
dick.
wasn't like really on there though. It was only kind of on there.
Yeah, I know, because I just like half-ass put it together. Ow, that really fucking hurt. What is the deal? I don't know what I'm doing.
We are really good at this.
We're so good at LS stuff. You can tell by the way we're good at LS stuff.
Next one.
Oh, there's like so many options. But when I go to the next one, it doesn't fucking line up. It skips it. What the fuck? Come on, GM, get your shit together.
Yeah, it's GM's fault.
It's definitely GM's fault. Nope. And nope. Okay, next one. I mean, we know this. Oh, wait, that can't be it. It's not flat, right?
Continue.
Big hammer. I mean, it's one of these. I'm just gonna keep going until it fits something. It doesn't seem like it wants to fit anything now. Why didn't none of these fit? I mean, it was together, right? Like, I'm not crazy.
But maybe it wasn't tight together and it was sitting on the dowel pins.
But I watched him take it off the car. The dude, bro. The bro guy. The dude, bro guy. Like, I know this was on a functioning car. I mean, at this point, I'm just rotating. Oh, does it not even use it? Look, it doesn't even use the fucking dowel pins at all.
It's probably the wrong clutch. Pressure plate setup. We don't care.
As long as it clutches, as long as it does clutch things.
Making the babies with the clutches.
This is actually quite heavy.
Are you complaining?
Oh, yeah, because I'm a little bitch. All right.
So any good specifics about the setup here, or is it just a standard clutch?
The good specifics about the setup here is...
It said LSX on the back, so I'm guessing it is for LSX things.
It came off of a CTSV. I don't know if this is compatible with what we're doing, but I also don't care. I'm sending it. And we also have 2 mismatched flywheel bolts. But again, YOLO, mofo.
It's cool. The gray GTR over there, I definitely broke one of the bolts because I was like, I'm gonna follow torque specs because this thing's nice. And then one of the bolts broke on the OS Geiken triple disc clutch because it has like 500,000 of them all the way around it.
It's true, it has a fucking lot.
So I definitely just grabbed another bolt and threw it in there. So we'll see at 9,000 RPM if it vibrates. That'll be your testament.
So luckily this isn't going to 9,000 RPM, and that's why I feel like we're okay. And at least I'm offsetting 2 of the bolts for balance and science
I didn't do any of that.
and Alcatraz.
But they seem to be about the same size
They're the same. These are the same.
on my end.
Oh, on yours, yeah. Okay. Is that a spinny?
This was your beer. Where did my beer go?
A spinny boy? In your hand.
Yeah, but I had another beer.
We both have 2 beers going?
No, I took your other beer, so now I have 2 beers.
Oh, cool. That's nice. That wasn't me. I don't know where those came from.
We have kickball. We must pregame
Kickball.
for the game.
For the games. For the love of the game.
I want to play kickball.
You got to be 21 to play kickball. It's 21 and up because you have to play flip cup after kickball at the bar. That also has to do with your standings in kickball.
It's true.
Cool.
It's true. That's actually real life. That's not even made up.
And if you would like to know, our team is my couch pulls out, but I do not. And we won the championship last year.
I was going to say, because we're awesome, but I wasn't part of the team at all. So, Chris is awesome. Sick. I think we also do 17.
Riboli for the win. Riboli.
Yeah,
Dare you to correct me.
yeah, Riboli should sponsor us. If you sponsor us, we'll say your name properly.
Blackmail. and
Until then, it's
sponsors.
Riboli. I'm sending it. Fuck it. All right, now I need a 17 boy. Ooh, what's that? What's that little boy? Nope, my arm. Actually, I was born with a torqueometer inside of it. I'm
Just
actually
like you're part robot, right?
I'm
In
actually
your eyes.
I'm actually a cyborg. Is the technical term. In case you want to know. So here, I'll show you how it works. Just like this, and then you Nope, that wasn't enough. That was only 1 octave. Yep, we're good. That was the torque spec for what this is. Okay, DIY clutch alignment tool. Here's the deal, folks. Here's what you need to do. If you're putting something together and you don't have a clutch alignment tool, which is what allows you to put your transmission on nice and easy, here's what you can do. You find literally anything that is pretty close to the diameter of your pilot bearing, which, if you're not familiar with the terms, is the small bearing inside the crankshaft. So if you're looking at the back of the engine with no transmission, there will be a small hole with a bearing in it. What you want to do is you want to find something with the same outside diameter as that bearing has for the inside diameter. So we found this. This is a clutch alignment tool for another car, no idea what, maybe a 350Z or something. And the input shaft diameter, this guy, was just about the same size, so we left that one right. Then the next thing you need to do,
legally drive a car?
Very legally.
the next thing that you need to do is get your clutch disc, which is this guy right here. It's the disc that goes between your pressure plate and your flywheel. And you need to take whatever you chose that fit that bearing, and you need to make it bigger until it fits tightly in there. So the goal is to make this fit tightly in the bearing, this small size, and then you need to make the outer size fit tightly into the actual clutch disc. This is how to do a Redneck clutch alignment tool. It's not the best. Sometimes it works good, sometimes it doesn't work at all. But if it does, it'll get you out of a jam. And yeah, there you go. There's your DIY tech tip of the day from the token Redneck. All right, so this is clutch things for the T56 in a BMW. Pretty cool. I ordered these from Sicky. They sell a kit. It's $130. If you're a DIY guy, it's a bit much because you can make these fittings work. But it's pretty cool because they're all braided lines and stuff. So this line right here, this goes into the T56, into the slave cylinder. This is designed for an F-body slave cylinder. This end is BMW threads. So this goes right into your stock BMW stuff. Pretty cool. That's nice. That's handy. This little guy is what's going to make your life much easier. It's got a bleed valve on it. The other side goes into the slave cylinder. So a factory T56 from an F-body, GTO, Corvette, anything that came with a T56 from the factory, like Gen 3 stuff, is going to have an internal bleed valve. So what this does is it basically puts the bleed valve outside the transmission so you can bleed it externally. And since I'm dumb, I lost the crush washer for the end, but what I found out is that a BMW drain plug crush washer is the exact same size as the one that it comes with. So, hot tip. There you go. Oh, yeah. All right, so
This big dog shit right there.
here's what we're doing. We're making this be a better thing. What is that? That's interesting fitting.
This is like,
Oh, please tell me you did not just lose that.
I didn't. It went right there. You're looking right at it.
There it is. It's fucked up, but we'll use it. All right, so here's the thing. You can't just buy a regular remote bleeder kit. And the reason for that is because this hole right here is not big enough for the two lines to fit through, or at least that's what I think the reason is. So you have to replace both of these at the same time.
Beer.
So you put your new line in, and at the same time, you put, I'm sorry, that is the new line. And then at the same time, you put your remote bleeder. Got to feed the lines through, so I really can't technically do this until we get the slave cylinder back in because it's got this bracket on it, and it's not going to fit through the hole. So I'm going to squeeze this little mammer jammer in there.
I found the beer.
You want to make sure that channel lines up, which it does, so that's cool. So we're good on that. And then you hammer the roll pin back in. I'm using a piece of the discarded heat shield
Do you guys remember that? That was a good
cushion it.
time.
There you go. I hope he crashes into something. There's people doing donuts in our back lot right now. And by back, I mean our lot. Seam's installed. I like it. Ooh, it's pre-lubed too. Lubey. Okay, so now feed this through here. Sticker on here.
Also, tech tip: always start your bolts with an impact.
Yes, definitely do that. Hold on, guy. Get ahead of yourself. There we go. Please don't do that. It's expensive transmission. What's going on back there? It's pure chaos. It's the E30. Donut boys. Who called the cops? Okay. That's on.
Cops coming? No.
No, get it? Donuts, cops. This was a bad joke. Anyway. Okay, so now that that's
Will's
on,
not even a dad. He's got dad jokes.
we can feed our
He might be a dad. Top hole.
Where's it? Oh, look, this is topple. Okay, so everything I said in the previous why you need to replace both lines is completely inaccurate. You don't need to, apparently. Tighten her up. Crush the
What size are we thinking?
crush washer. I'm gonna guess 15, 16, maybe. It's not a 14. I'll tell you that much. All right. Step 1. Put that on.
Install to crush.
Step 2. Chris doesn't believe me.
Not a 14.
Step 3. Get another wrench. Okay, so in all reality, we're going to tighten this up, put this line on by feeding it through the other window right there. Boop, boop, boop. Chris is going to tighten that up. Oh, well, as soon as I take the line off.
I got a wrench that doesn't work that way.
Okay. Get her nice and tight, but not too tight because it's an aluminum fitting. Seems about crushy.
She seemed happy with her life.
Okay, then we're going to feed this little fella on. This looks like a 14. And that's our bleeder. Bam, on. Hey yo, my name is T56 and I like to fuck LS1s. Let's do this. That was super inappropriate. Oh, bolts everywhere! Ah!
I'm gonna get all up in this one. Hold up, wait for
Okay.
it.
Oh, straddle. Oh, straddle. We should also. Never mind. I was gonna say we should get bolts, but who needs bolts? Fucking silly. Oh, you want to get this on the ground so it's not like wiggling?
It is a little high.
Yeah, here. Let's get it down. Let's get it on. Okay, and I'm also gonna give you 2 BMW bolts so that it's supporting itself when we don't fuck up this transmission.
Alright, coming down.
Down! Get down! Also, hot tip, BMW transmission bolts are the exact same size. Tech tip, hot tip, science.
Are they all E's as well?
Yeah.
Well, that's what
I don't know
we're
what
using.
GM uses, but this is what we're going to be using.
Because it's in a BMW.
A GMW.
We feel like these are the E12, so starter bolts in most BMWs.
I would go a little more.
Well, then I can't get to the bottoms.
Okay.
Paul can hold. Paul can hold.
I feel like the shifter's trying to penetrate me.
So, T56 and LS1 things are done. We knew nothing, we still know nothing, but now there's a thing in front of us. The only thing we have to do tomorrow, as far as like actually getting this ready to put in the car, is I have to build a block-off plate for this little fella, obviously, because that's not going to hold fluid. And there's another one right here that I need to block off, which I think is for the speed input, or output, I guess, technically. So we've got little templates for those, just got to cut it out, drill some holes, whatever, no big deal. Fill these things with fluid. Well, we'll probably do that for the transmission, but not the engine until it's in the car. And then we literally just got to put a subframe on it, stuff her in the car, and we'll be good to go. And then hopefully Matt will be here. He's the LS guy that actually knows things, and yeah, when he's here, he's gonna wire it, and hopefully this stupid thing will run. Oh, and fuel system. We got to do fuel system too, which I have an air mode of 340 for it, as well as a Corvette C5 fuel filter, which goes from a return style to a
Returnless.
returnless style, which is what this needs.